autopsy and her phone for forensic examiners to be unlocked. Shortly afterwards, the grandparents arrive at the scene to pick up the 4 traumatized children into their care. It's at this point that it becomes clear. The oldest daughter witnessed something she will wish she never had.
I've got some grapes and some strawberries. Yummy. Yummy or no?
The one you want to talk to is Riley. Yeah, she supposedly told my wife that she saw something and she didn't want to talk about it. Hey, my baby. Football? Hey, baby. Here, I'm going to pick you up.
Hi, Alexis.
This brings a small sense of relief to the officers, knowing the children are finally away from the horrors inside. But now comes the most difficult part, calling Ashley's ex-husband, John, and informing him that she is dead. Lead Detective Cooley asks John to come to the station for questioning as soon as possible. And while Tyler anxiously waits for his chance to speak, detectives make a deliberate decision to start with John instead. But the longer Tyler waits, the more agitated he becomes. And by the time they will finally sit down with him, he will snap.
I've never had someone do that to me. I've never had someone get that mad at me that they load a weapon.
1 hour after Ashley's deceased body was discovered, John arrives at the station. John explains that he and Ashley were together for over a decade. They had their first child young and went on to raise 4 beautiful daughters. For the detective, one question matters most. What does John think of Tyler? Is he capable of hurting Ashley, or was he simply in the wrong place at the wrong time? But before that, something else weighs heavily on John. He still has to explain to his daughters why they will never hear their mother's voice again.
I just want to let them know that she's no longer with us. Mom's no longer with us, She's an angel now. The 6-year-old and 4-year-old, they're kind of like, oh, she's an angel. They're going to talk a little bit about it, and they're more concerned about how she's flying and everything. Right. I don't know what she's seen. That just got me real bent out of shape,
On that devastating note, the detective would shift the conversation to the final moments leading up to Ashley's death. Tragically, Ashley seemed to sense that Tyler might harm her, and just moments before she died, she would make her final cry for help.
When I see that, he's calling, what runs through my head is great. We got some bull crap. We got some bull crap. They're in some kind of argument, and they're trying to drag me into this. And I don't want to be part of those drama. I don't want to be part of those drama. Nothing in the past has ever felt like there was anybody in danger. Talking to my kids, the kids never told me anything's going bad around the house, so I'm not really feeling too in it. And through all this time, I text back, I'm not trying to get in y'all's drama. That's when she texts, he won't leave, I know. As soon as I got that, when I actually looked and seen that he's not leaving, I called. She's like, hello. And the first thing I go, what's going on? He's mad because he's got to leave. I said, are my kids okay? Are my kids safe? She said, yes. Because I was a little concerned, but I wasn't like super, I'm just ready for him to leave, but hung up. And then I texted her, said, talk to my kids, please, at 6:55. I just couldn't get a hold of her, and I was like, this is weird. This is just, it's just odd.
This is the moment. At 6:55 p.m., John lost all contact with Ashley, and with it, the hope of ever rebuilding a future with her. Shortly thereafter, Detective Cooley wraps up his interview with John, who has made one thing clear. Ashley was a loving mother, incapable of harming anyone, and she deserves justice. Still not ready to begin Tyler's interrogation, fully aware that physical evidence against him is alarmingly weak, the detective instead brings in Ashley's other relatives to give their statements, hoping to better understand Tyler's character and whether he truly is a cold-blooded murderer. And it doesn't take long for one thing to become clear. Every one of them deeply distrusted